Hi guys, Bear here again, another review of an upcoming build. This is Gecko Models Scimitar Mark II CVR Operation Cabrit Estonia. What a long title, I'll tell you why later on. Anyways, this will be my first Gecko kit. It's a box, it's got some nice art on it, blah blah blah. Let's open it up. This is pretty cool with Gecko. You get like a box and it's like Zvezda, you get another box inside. So, let's see what's inside here. Open this guy up. Pamphlet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bags of sprues. Let's have a look at the instructions and then the parts in detail. Okay, so the long name comes from this. Scimitar Mark II is the Spartan hull with the Scimitar turret. And I think the first kit that Gecko brought out was the one from Operation Herrick with the bar armour. This one followed. This is the one that I wanted. And they got sent to Estonia as part of like a NATO mission. And I think they're being sent to Ukraine, so most of them are destroyed, basically. I don't think there's any of them remaining in Estonia. So this is like a legacy vehicle. But a cool one, because you don't see much modern British armour kits coming out at all, rarely, and especially something like this, a little bit niche. You have to go to Accurate Armour for kits like this. Anyways, so sprue parts list, all laid out. And the instructions look really clear. They're really big, they're really well laid out. Apparently the suspension's meant to be a little bit dainty. You can see here that you've got to cut off bolts and probably place them on somewhere. It says cut off the bolts, but where do you place them? Must show you somewhere else. We'll come on to that. The tracks are link and length, and it actually says here, be careful when you remove them from the sprue. Well, obviously. Now, this reminds me of the Magic Factory Bradley, where you get the upper hull and then you get all the plates of armour get glued on top, and this really multifaceted detail makes the model look pretty realistic. Quite looking forward to building this one. There's PE details. I like the way they do the colour call-outs to highlight the PE parts. Anyways, no interior whatsoever. It's just an empty thing, so there's no point even trying to show the inside or any detailed parts. You have got the option of having the hatches open, which is a good thing. If you can add some crew, we probably will. This looks daunting. It is the photo etch for the personal protection on the exhaust. And loads of details going on and on. The rear door looks kind of complex. The mud flaps are done with photo etch, something I don't really like. I might see if I can use some plastic card to replace it. La la la. Turret by page 34. There's really well detailed instructions. Looks like you've got a single piece barrel. La la la. I'm not going to spend too much going on about this. There's loads of these reviewers that spend an hour and a half talking crap about kits. They never build them. Or they start them and never finish them. So anyways, the marking schemes are all basically the same, which is accurate as well, because I don't think these things are, used in the UK mainland. They're only used on this deployment, and now they're basically all gone. So there we are. Let's have a look. Oh, there's another scheme, and it's exactly the same as all the others. Let's have a look at the parts in detail. I think this is the largest sprue. The plastic looks like high pressure injection, all sharp details. I'll zoom in and show you bits and pieces. I've not built a Gecko kit, however, some of my Patreon supporters have, and they warn me that the polystyrene's a little bit finicky, difficult to glue. We'll find out when we build the thing anyways. But overall, looks kind of nice. I like the way you get the upper hull all in one little piece. Diminutive vehicle. These were all meant to be air transportable, very small vehicles. Date back to the 1960s, I think. Another sprue, just zoom in to show the detail, give you an idea of what you have to deal with. Lots of nice detail. I suppose these are turret parts or whatever. But you can see they've got really nice detail. all over the parts. Another sprue here. This will give you an idea of how small the parts are. Obviously some of them are like a millimetre or so, so if you don't like dealing with that sort of stuff, well, this probably is not the kit for you, but it certainly is one for me. I don't like these Tamiya kits that have just got like blobs as details. I like stuff that looks good, looks realistic, and I think this one definitely is going to fill that niche. There's two sprues that are exactly the same. This has got running gear on it, drive sprocket there. Be very careful how you remove it from here. You can see how they've got it on a tooth, how they've got the attachment point on a tooth, which is really unfortunate, to be honest. But that's what they've chose to do, so probably a razor saw to remove it. But the detail looks great, looks really, really fine detail. You have to be careful, again, like really chunky attachment point there. So we'll take care when we remove the parts from the sprue. Look at the stub axles, they are small and dainty. Last CVRT kit I built was accurate armour, so this is going to be fun. Here's the tracks. They look really, really good. They look really well detailed, and obviously they are very, you know, they would be prone to damage, I suppose, if you're not careful when removing them from the trees. Doesn't look like there's any sink marks as well, which is great. Hopefully they fit around all the running gear. Another sprue, again, I'm zoomed in just to show you like detail. Obviously a theme of this is quite a lot of small parts. This looks to me like probably some sort of stowage bin. Again, all the detail, all the bolts, all depicted. We've got 4 of these sprues, EB, and there we are. That is the road wheels. Notice how the rubber section has been provided as a separate part, not to aid painting, but it's probably to capture the detail of that lip there. So yeah, they've gone to quite a lot to provide hopefully accuracy. I don't know how accurate it is, but it looks like they really wanted to get the detail captured. Again, these dainty little stub axles. So look at the sprue, the attachment, maybe super glue, I don't know. Anyways, we want to get them all square. I don't think it will pose that much of an issue. This is the lower hull, and these are some chunky bolts on here. They might be a little bit overdone, but seeing it's, you know, the lower hull, most of this stuff is hidden by road wheels. Looks good, looks cool, but just seem a little bit overdone in terms of bolts. But then again, maybe that's how the real thing looks. I need to check some references, but finding references on this vehicle, it's a bit few and far between. View of the turret obviously comes from the traditional smaller Scimitar. I wish they would retool that. AFE Club made a kit of that Scimitar Mark I or whatever it's called, and it's very difficult to find, and the tracks were absolute garbage, so I wouldn't mind to see one of those being redone. Again, loads and loads of small little details. Looks cool. I really like it. I really like the look of this so far. That's probably, and I wanted to get this because, you know, modern British armour, pretty cool subject. There's the vehicle optics, periscopes, lights, all provided. Looks good. Quite a lot of kits. Still have solid plastic, non-transparent for the optics, but this looks promising. Looks good. That looks like the probably the viewer or the sight for the gunner. A single fret of PE. Again, if you don't like PE, maybe not for you. This stuff looks really, it's really, really thin. And the mesh detail looks great. Yeah. A lot of this reminds me of the Magic Factory Bradley, but it does look good. I really like the look of this. Finally, we have the water stickers with basically just registration plates, warning symbols, and one single vehicle has this vehicle identifier 64 Alpha, so every single person's going to have this vehicle. I know I am. Anyways, that rounds off the review, guys. If you have any references to the vehicle, write down in the comments. If you built the vehicle, tell me your thoughts. I'm really looking forward to building this. See you guys real soon.